Really?
Anybody
no one
else?
Wow.
Oh, two people have cut.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising how many younger people have in most places, and I'm like, God, why? You know, because it's an amazingly labor-intensive practice. You have two reels of tape. One is feeding the other over the record playhead. You pull it in order to edit out a sound, and this is the nightmare of sound editing, is especially with speech. You want to take out from all speech these ugly sounds that people put in between words or in their sentences. I'm doing it myself, not on purpose. So in order to find one of those, you'd stop the tape after an you would rock it back and forth till you found the You go underneath with a China marker, you mark the beginning, you scrub it past the you mark the end of the with a China marker, then you pull the tape off of the thing, you lay it down into a steel cutting block. You slice it on both of your China marks, you take the piece of tape out, you stick the old pieces of tape back together, and you tape them together with some Scotch tape. Then you roll it back onto the thing, and now you've taken out one
So if you're editing a 40-minute interview for a radio show, as I used to do, you've created a floor that's literally covered with little tiny snippets of sound. That's part of why it's musique concrète. It's not just that it's, you know, the concrete object. It's the sound itself is a little piece of material. And if you're done with an editing session, you could take everything on the floor, tape it together, and you'd have this incredible run of audio grit and effluvia of everything that people don't want, of what has to get pulled out in order to make things smooth. Music with the kind of structures where you're looking for kick drums, looking for hi-hats, looking for little patterns of noises that are like riffs. And what do you want to play on this? Scenes? Yeah, okay. Here's a piece that we made entirely out of speech. So everything you hear is the human voice here. Coming out of that speaker. And the reason that that's appealing is that there is this fiction or prejudice that electronic music is cold and it's technology and it's inhuman and it's not the body. So anything that can give people this feeling that they're somehow witnessing some sort of spark point between machines and bodies, or between the electricity as electrical impulses that are our emotions and our thoughts, and the electricity that's in, you know, these machines that we use to make art. Anything that can kind of square the circle and bring bodies and machines together is very exciting to people. We didn't realize that we were pandering to that desire until we included this information, and suddenly we're being called sound scientists when we're just, you know, dorks who went on a field trip. But it says something about the way that part of making this sort of work is about the discourse that you're plugging into. It's not just about the art in and of itself, but about how that information acts on the art. And that's been something we've continuously had to worry about as we do a project, is sort of how to describe it and how to draw people in. I think part of it is that electronic music is thought of as abstract and essentially about nothing, in a sense. People use that word abstract very loosely to mean, oh, it's not really about anything. And for us, we feel that musique concrète is a way to work electronically, but to work in a way that's engaging with the real, with objects in the world. Sorry, that's the balloon swing. Latex t-shirt, stretched it over a bowl.
Yeah, this is like fetish wear, right?
Like you find it Hot Topic.
Yeah, you know, latex t-shirt, everyone has one.
And Martin was drumming on it, so as we would pull the latex, we'd get different frequencies and tones, sample that, chop that up, and then we noticed if you lick your finger and sort of pull it across, it makes all kinds of great squeaking and squawking noises. That is heavily pitched up, kind of licking sanctuary right by the water, and recorded how the recording sounded in that ambience, because we wanted you to hear it as ducks. So we sort of placed our noises in the space or the environment in which real ducks would be. We were kind of duckifying our latex t-shirt. Now there's no meaning to why the latex t-shirt turned into ducks. It isn't that we were like, I want to make a song that's about ducks, I know, let's use this latex t-shirt. It's that we started out with the latex shirt and just go with it as far as we can take it, and it tells us what piece it wants to be. I mean, that sounds a bit hippie and dippy and mystical.
And it is.
But I think it's true to the extent that we don't express emotion.
Even louder, I say.